Alright guys, so I'm gonna be reviewing Ormonde Jayne Man, and you might be saying, Pete, why are you talking about Ormonde Man? We're in the middle of summer. We should be talking about summer citruses. Well, here's the reason. So I decided to wear Ormonde Man this evening, and got it here among other fragrances, and I actually just used up this entire sample that I had, okay, to the last drop. All right, and it gave me, quite a few wearings. When I wore it, it had such a strong impact on my nose, as it always does, each time I, put this on. So I'm gonna be buying a full bottle of this, and I had thought about that for, from the first time that I smelled it. I thought, wow, this is full bottle worthy, and the more I wear it, the more I appreciate it even more. And so it's gonna be in my collection soon. Not yet, but I did want to review today and let you guys know what I think about it. I first smelled Ormonde Man in the spring, and it was amazing then. When it was slightly cooler, it's still amazing now, and it's gonna get even better when you wear it in the fall. All right, so this is truly a masterpiece, and we'll get into the scent, I promise, but this is a masterpiece and really one of the best signature scents that you can buy. And you might be thinking, well, it's a niche fragrance, so a lot of people can't afford niche fragrances. Well, you know what? Yes, you can. With the money that you're spending on your 5 cheapies, you could buy Ormonde Man, okay, if you really wanted this scent. So, think about it. Ormonde Man, the price is $150 for 50 ml, and I think around $220, $225 for 100 ml, all right? But I'd go for the 50 ml is plenty, especially if you have a decent size collection. That's more than enough to last a long time. So $150 is not too bad, considering you're paying like $100 for the same 50 mls for a Chanel fragrance, all right? So what do you get in Ormonde Jayne Man? The nose behind Ormonde Man is Gezachon, and he's the guy behind the Molecule fragrances. I think he founded the Molecule fragrances, but this is a totally different concept. So what do you get in Ormonde Man? Well, if you watch other reviews, you might hear that it's a green, woody, spicy scent. I wouldn't call this a green fragrance. Green, I think of like leaves, fig, sharp kind of qualities. This is none of that. The real highlight of Ormonde Man is the bitterness and the strong woodiness, the strong woody character, but you combine that with very natural, fresh bergamot, all right? But the main player really are the woods, and I would call this definitely a woody, spicy scent. There is a real spicy character about this. But ultimately, especially in the dry down, it becomes a soft, woody scent. All right? And you might think that sounds boring, like a soft sandalwood scent. We see that everywhere. No, but this has an intriguing twist about it. All right? The heart is composed of oud oil and black hemlock. All right, and I can't tell you what hemlock directly, smells like, but I think what happens is a lot of people look at that note and say, oh, I get this kind of green vibe, this coniferous vibe, this pine-like feel, but I don't think so. And people will tell you, oh, they list the note of oud, but this is not really a oud scent. Yeah, it's not a oud dominant scent, but the oud here, if you really smell it carefully, the oud plays a really key role, right? Where is this bitterness coming from? It is really this heart combination of oud oil and hemlock that, enhances the woody nuances of this fragrance. So when you first spray it, it opens up bright, slightly sweet, slightly tart, really nice, really pleasant, and I think everyone will enjoy that. But even from the outset, you can start to feel this kind of bitter quality about it. And you might also think this has a little bit of a powdery element, similar to other kind of sandalwood based fragrances. But this, and I gotta smell it, this bitterness is so interesting. You know, it really transports you to like dark, deep forest, you know, rather than kind of the icy evergreen sort of forest, the piney forest. You know, this takes you deep into the woods, all right? And you get a almost kind of earthy feel as well. It has a very dry quality about it. You know, again, it's a soft woody scent, but there's this dryness that in the dry down, when you combine it with the bitter scent, I get a slight feel of leather, all right? And leather is not a note in here, but it's that kind of nuance that you get here. Almost a slight background of leather, but real kind of mossy quality. And, you know, even if you're turned off by oud, you'll be okay with this scent. Like I said, it's not a oud dominant scent, but it just infuses this fragrance and just gives us this kind of piercing depth about it, right? It's so hard to describe. But, you know, there is this kind of density to this fragrance, all right? That's coming from somewhere. And this dense woody quality, as opposed to just a light woody scent. And in the air, this scent has amazing projection. One spray even, you'll smell it plenty, right? So you go a couple sprays, that's enough. It's a kind of scent where, you know, if you're sitting in a small enclosed space, because of this very dense, rich, woody quality about it, this bitterness as well, you know, it can feel a little bit stuffy, and it has a little bit of a formal vibe about it because of that. But if you wear it in the right situation, this is actually quite versatile. You know, if you wear it outside, it just, you know, radiates into the air, and you get this really, really nice, natural, woody smell that is actually fresh at the same time. Up close, especially the longer it dries down, you get more of the inky, woody smell. All right, and I have to check the base notes on this, but like not the website base notes, but the base, you know, with the notes listed. But to me, I get there's a little bit of a grassy, dry, grassy feel about it as well. Okay, not bad at all. It's really nice, in fact. Again, goes with this whole theme of bitter woods, but soft and powdery at the same time. It is so elegant. And I think, you know, there's really nothing offensive about any of these notes, despite this being such an intriguing composition. I don't think there's a single negative review about it. But it is for the kind of person who appreciates more classy fragrances. This has a kind of mysterious edge to it, right? There's an edginess. Despite it being, you know, elegant, sophisticated, you know, it could be so good dressed up, but there's an edginess about it that is really, you know, makes this an artistic masterpiece. There's nothing that smells like this, or even fits into this genre. I mean, if you call it just woody, plain woody, spicy, sure, but the composition, what they did here, man. It always makes me think, what in the world, you know, how did he get this smell, right? It's so evocative of, you know, the woods, you know, the deep forest, and the soil, and you feel all of that. And this is so nice. Such a natural woody fragrance. So guys, make sure to try Ormonde Man. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.